In the present world, it appears as if everybody is stressed out, burnt out. There is so much of wear and tear in their psyche, causing them to attract so many diseases from common cold to cancer repeatedly. Their minds are much disturbed. So much of confusion, depression, violence. All this because of stress. School children are living under stress. Adults who are finding a job, they are also under stress. Who already have a job, the immense work activity is causing them so much of stress. Despite so much of financial abundance, there is stress because of improper relationships through spouse and family and friends. Even after retirement, when everything is fine, there is still stress. What is actually stress? Someone said, stress means gap between expectation and reality. When your expectations are not matching with reality, the stress starts emerging. There are basically, as is known to the world, two types of stress. Eustress. Eu in Latin means EU. Eu means normal. That which is within normal limits. That which is within physiological limits. Second one is distress. When you cross the limit, that enters into the mode of wear and tear. That's called distress. While eustress is understood as a positive activity, distress is something pathological, something very damaging. The word stress that we think as negative is basically distress. Stress is required. Stress is basically a stimulus to bring out the best of you. The word work, when you use the word work, it doesn't have time schedule. But when you use it as task means work with time schedule. Within a stipulated time, you need to finish it. When that barrier of stipulated time comes in, naturally eustress turns into distress. But still, trivial levels of stimuli in the form of stress is very much required to make use of your own hormones and enzymes and brain organically and thinking faculties physiologically to give the best output. That is what is required. But when that limit is crossed, when you are really stressed out, you will attract so many diseases. 97% of the cardiac ailments, myocardial infarction, brain stroke, diabetes, migraine, all these elements are because of stress. Arthritis, because of stress. Negligent thinking. Let us take some words like depression. What is depression? D means without. Pressure means optimal pressure that has to be within. Like we have blood pressure, we have something called as brain pressure also, mind pressure also. When that optimal pressure is less than what is required, the spirit, the consciousness becomes dull. He doesn't take any interest to do something creative. He doesn't take up any activity to make himself more happy. He doesn't want to do any productive or counterproductive work. He's dull. He sleeps like a log. He wants to just lie down on the couch, doing nothing. That is called as depression. And just observe people who go to the malls frequently, purchasing loads of stuff which is mostly unnecessary, people who do excessive shopping are those people who are suffering from depression. To cover that inner void, inner vacuum, they want to overshop, overdo everything. So it's a form of depression. Let us take the word suppression. What is suppression? Super pressure. There is a built-in super pressure. Because of suppression of so many emotions, fears, guilt, resentment, repentance, all this type of pathological variations of mental abilities have been creeping to make the mind much more confused. Because of suppression of emotions, stress is becoming more and more. Suppression has to be countered with the help of expression. Emotion, the word emotion has two words. E means on the way to. Motion means something in movement. When you express, there cannot be any suppression. We take the word oppression. Oppression means suppressing people and situations. Whenever you oppress, for example, cracker, Deepavali cracker, you stuff all the arsenic and other inflammable material tight and explodes. The more tighter it is, the more explosion takes place. That is what is oppression. You suppress and oppress your own feelings and emotions. One day it bursts. That we call it an emotional outburst. A psychological breakdown can happen with that. So how to come out of stress? Stress is basically a negligence of what is happening in your mind, what is happening in your psyche, what is happening to your consciousness. A huge callosal self-negligence leads to stress. Understand your thoughts, understand your likes and dislikes, understand your inclinations, tendencies, what you want, what you need. Understand yourself. Not squeezing time from your busy schedule for yourself. Giving time to yourself allows you never to get stressed out of anything. Take some time for yourself, a private time, meditation. Close the eyes, go within. Keep yourself calm, stable. Once you try to understand your own thoughts and feelings as passing clouds, a huge inner silence will be observed. That is your real treasure. Once you are connected to your inner silence, there can never be any stress. So stress has to be dealt with the proper attitude of understanding yourself. Be it stress due to finance, be it stress due to homework, be it stress because of your love, be it stress because of your boss, be it stress because of your job, be it stress because of death in the family, be it stress because of any social incidents like dog bite, rape, any violent abuse, any trauma, road traffic accident, pregnancy, surgery, all the external elements which make you feel stressed will be minimized with the help of meditation. Thank you very much.